Good morning, everybody. How is everybody doing this morning? Chappie's Crypto, Dave, Bearish Bull, Eric, Bill B, Ryan, Otto, Stack, Josh, Frazier, Andy's, 897, Odin, Z, Boots, Gustavo, JD, Munners, Jake, Big Blaze, Aaron, Carl, Burnett, Ed, Tekken, Young Cryptic. Good morning. Shout out to WSC over there on Twitch. Good morning. Good morning. Metza. Good morning. Yeah, let's get that algorithm going and let's bang that like button early. I'm sorry if I sound a little bit different. I got a little maybe a little bug in my throat or something like that. Old Ahab, CO Bane, what's up? What's up? So we are getting a nice little go. Let's see how this US Open goes right here. Looks like we are getting a little pump off the Open. Sorry guys, I'm trying to my pen out. There we go. So we're seeing a little battle right here, right off the beginning. Right, nice little battle zone. And this is an area that we want to watch. Catherine, Luis, Joe P, T Lev, Ian, Crypto Chemist, Scott, Crypto Rancher. I haven't seen that name before. Nikki Davidson. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, so basically what we want to see, I mean, we're kind of seeing, this little battle here. Seeing these sellers kind of try to hold, but it's looking like they don't have it. So let's go up a bit and see where buyers are going to come back in. Well, Joey, Aaron, Lloyd, what's up? Go back there. So we saw that we came like right up to this opposite structure, and then kind of came back. So the view up. Clockwatcher, good morning. Good morning. So we see that we're getting out of this this current structure and trying to move higher into this higher structure up here. And this is the area that we're looking for. If we can get above these highs, yesterday's highs at 33300, then we could see some real good movement, because these stops back here are just lined up perfectly for us to just take. We saw those single prints close, which is good news for the buyers. And a lot of our members, if you guys followed Chappie's trade plan that he posted this morning, you'll see that he had a target that was hit almost perfectly. I think if you're on this 5-bit, I think it hit because his target was like 904 and it hit right above it. So good call, good call. Good entry, good call, good execution, good stop. That's the thing. As we go forward, like I said, we're gonna have this big community, and all of us are gonna be making these great calls, and that's gonna be the goal there. Is we're all just nailing stuff, right? Together. Crybit, what's up? I don't think I've seen their name before either. Lloyd, yeah, ETH is leading the way. ETH did break out right before. ETH did break out right before. We were in a channel in the boot camp Discord, and we were all talking, and yeah, Z was watching ETH, and it just popped up. Nailing stuff together sounds sus. Not into orgies. What are you talking about? You're from Europe. Orgies are like standard, bro. I'm pretty sure from every movie that I've seen. So you need to get with it. The ETH is starting to wear off. Beautiful sunny day. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Not hungry? Oh no. So one thing I did want to talk about is one of our moderators and community members. What's up, Tulio? Created something called the 10K challenge, and this 10K challenge is something awesome, right? That everyone I've been watching replays. Spain hours quite different. Oh, okay. It is something awesome, and we're gonna go through it today. And I'm gonna share the video for it, the link for the video. Oh, back ticked. So this is the link for Chappie's video. And then this is the challenge. So, do you want to join the 10K challenge? How to turn $1,000 into $10,000 through trading, right? And as we know in this community, we are not here to try to explain or try to tell people that it's going to happen today or tomorrow or by the end of the month. We know that we're here for consistent gains. And on here, oh, okay, I'm looking at something. There we go. We're here for consistent gains, consistent profits, and sticking to our trade plan and managing risk. So there, I'll just read it for you guys. That way we can kind of go through it. And you guys can kind of get the gist of it. If you guys are in the Discord, it's posted in there. Hexer Safe Moon, never heard of her. There are too many get-rich-quick schemes on the internet with people promising to teach you how to make millions in only a very short period of time. The reality is that most of us, this is simply not possible, and the majority of the stories you see or read on the internet are purely people simply being lucky, right? And I'll just paraphrase it. Brad, keep getting trolled by on accident. No, I know what they are. I was joking. You never heard that joke? Never heard of her? Like Michael Scott? But basically you'll see these stories all the time, right? You'll see these people that say that they turn $500 into 15K in a month, right? Every video you see on YouTube, every ad video you see on YouTube, which is actually why I'm looking into creating an ad video. And I'll need some inspiration from you guys. We'll jump in the Discord one time and talk about it. I want to create an ad video, kind of, good morning, Andrew, kind of trolling all of these other people, maybe just trying to draw some honesty out of them, right? It's unfortunate that we get, so much dishonesty from all of these people because they just want to sell you a course, or it's kind of like an addiction, right? It is kind of like an addiction because they think that they try to get you to think that you have an opportunity to get this unrealistic goal, right? And who doesn't love Michael Scott? That's right. If you don't like Michael Scott, all right, you can fuck off. Just kidding. But seriously. Um, but the there's all these videos and they're like, oh yeah, you can do this, or they show their gains, and their gains for the day are like, $10,000, but they don't ever show one, the broker statement, or two, the amount of capital that they had to put up to get that $10,000 return for the day, right? That's a tough if you're making a $10,000 return in a day, the amount of capital that you're using is probably I mean, probably at minimum, probably like 5 times that, right? You're probably using about 50 grand to make 10 grand. And that's that's probably around that spot, right? Because most people aren't hitting 100 times gains. Yeah, and a lot of times it could be millions. Yeah, it could be millions. Yeah, it just depends. But here, what Chappies has created is a simple concept where you take $1,000 in trading, set a realistic daily goal, nominate how much you'll reinvest every single day, stick to your plan, and then if the plan changes, share it with the community. So we're going to use this to be accountable for each other, and keep everybody on track. Yeah, Eric Smith, they try to get you hooked on that hopium, right? My buddy at the trading fraternity, right? Josh, he his uncle, and I'm using quotation marks, has he makes raps and stuff called Uncle Answers. But one of the lines in his songs, I'm trying to find it for you guys, says this game is truly free. They scared to mention me because if the truth gets more attention, they can't charge a fee, right? And that's the thing, is like, they don't want anyone. That's why we don't see the TPO a lot on YouTube. And one, because people don't take the time to learn it because it's not sexy, right? We know that. And then two, they don't want people to know that, right? So they're, and if you think that these companies, I won't say any names, aren't putting the TPO on the top of the list, there's a reason, right? That's for sure. But so let's get back into this challenge. And if you guys want to check out Uncle Answers, definitely check him out. He has some good songs. He's just he trades stocks. He's on YouTube. He's a cool dude from LA. Well, he's actually from the Middle East, but his parents are from the Middle East, but he's from LA. Chirp Tone, what's up? Good morning. All right, so instead of a get rich quick challenge, this is going to be a get rich slowly challenge. Right? Like I said, this is not a channel that we like to be sexy on. We like to be consistent, right? And a lot of times consistency is not always sexy for everyone. Everyone wants to just give $1 and go up, right? How many times have you guys showed one of your family members some gains that you made, and they say, oh, can I just give you $100? And then they're expecting that $100 that they give you, that you're going to turn it into $1,000. You know what I mean? So, it's common for most people to just want to get rich quick. So the whole plan works through the power of compounding interest. It is simple. However, why do most people not gain financial freedom? The answer is lack of self-discipline. Something that we teach in the boot camp when we go through the psychology piece is how to maintain discipline, patience, to go for these consistent trades every single day or throughout time, right? You're not going to win every single day, but if you can try to be a little bit more consistent with your gains, you can sorry guys, I'm trying to catch this trade real quick. can be a little bit more consistent with your gains, you can be consistent over time, right? You don't need to win every single trade. You just need to be consistent. Consistency is sexy to me. It means a steady income. Exactly, Andy. And you know, like consistency is sexy. Just, you know, it's only sexy to smart people. That's the thing. You know, like, do you want to drive a Lambo, and then that's it, and that's what you live in the Lambo? You traded the Lambo, then eventually you lose the Lambo because you gambled to get the Lambo. You got lucky, you won the Lambo, and then eventually you'll lose it because you're just gambling. Or, you know, you want to drive that Nissan Altima and pay it off and have no payments, right? So the community, right? Everyone knows about the community. The Trade Vets is a group of like-minded individuals who are frustrated with all the scams and false promises people are making, right? Most of us have spent hundreds, if not thousands, of dollars on indicators, and as the Trade Vets, we're here to just share our wins, our losses, our successes, our defeats, our achievements, our struggles in every part of life, right? We're not here just to talk about these huge wins we get. We're here to help each other in general. You know, not just about trading, but, you know, about our psychology as well. Things that we struggle with, like staying in a trade, and you know, everything, a little bit of everything. So that's what this community is all about. And then as everyone gets a little bit more consistent, or you start to, you know, people are gonna catch on faster than others, right? Some people are gonna start to become more consistent faster than others. That's just the nature of the beast. Those people start to help more and start to give back, right? Like you see, Crypto Chemist is always in the Discord trying to help everybody that he can, you know. So anytime anyone ever needs anything, he's always like, boom, here's some help, right? Big Blaze, you got that Rogue paid off in the Ultima. I went the opposite way. I've almost got the Ultima paid off, and then I think we're gonna trade the Rogue though, because my wife, when we move back to the East Coast, since her family's there, she wants to get something with the 3 rows to like if her and her sisters and the kids go to the mall or some shit, they want to have, like, you know, the space. So probably get like a Moreno or some shit. They'll probably stay in Nissan. Nissans are nice and they last forever. So learning how to trade profitably with full transparency. If you want to do the TPO Bootcamp through the Trade Vets, you have to pay for the course. However, this is about paying for their time. If you want to be part of the live trading room, which is a way to gain confirmation of your own learning through real life trading each day, once again, this is about paying for their time. There we go. And you know, the goal of this, right, is just to be able to get you guys in there so you can see what's actually happening. And the thing about the TPO, right, and I don't really have time to sit on YouTube for a couple of hours a day, or it's hard when we have like a big community. That's why we narrow it down to around 50 people. That way we can do these interpersonal connections. And, you know, kind of like I said, I like to get to know all of you guys like on a personal level. And, you know, I've DM'd with a lot of you guys before, and, you know, that way when we're in the trade room, or when we're looking in the Discord and we're keeping accountability of each other, and I see some of you guys struggling or some of you guys doing well, you know, I can be like, hey, what's going on with you? Why is this happening to you? What, you know, is there other things that are happening in your life? You know, certain things like that where we can, you know, make these interpersonal connections with each other and help each other out, right? That's the real goal. Are the results really amazing? Here's an analogy of an example of the theory in practice. This is not rocket science, it's pure math. Start with $1,000. The goal is to make a 1% return a day. Reinvest the whole amount each day. Only trade 5 sessions a week and take the weekends off, right? 5 days a week, so no weekends. Or, if for some reason you can't trade during the week, right, you can use the 2 days on the weekend as your 5 sessions. I hope you're sitting down, he says. Goal 1. It will take you approximately 232 sessions to turn $1,000 into $10,000. That is roughly 11 months, assuming you take weekends off as per the plan. So far, nothing to get too excited about. However, all you have done so far is invest the initial $1,000. If you keep going, the second year starts to get interesting. It will take you another 232 sessions to turn that 10,000 into 100,000. So far, you have been trading for less than 2 years. So far, so good. Still not excited yet. Well, get ready for the real fun. If you keep this plan, reinvesting the total amount, only looking for 1% return from each session, at the end of the next 232 sessions, your balance will be 1 million. That is less than 3 years. I don't know about you, but however, for me, that is life-changing money. Personally, I'll pay off some serious debt, and at that point, reset my plan and then work on my retirement plan. If you do not believe me, do the math for yourself. Find a daily compounding interest calculation. And this is one, for example, I have been using to come up with my own plan. Here, I'll copy this link for you guys and post it in case you don't believe Chappie's math. But he is a principal, so, probably pretty good at math. And then Chappie's goes on to share his results. He has some great results, and this is a great review. This is shared in the Discord if you're interested in checking it out. I strongly recommend it. And then he has his channel. Where's his channel at? Here's his channel. Yes, rocket science, but it's chemistry. And you just DM him and he'll get you involved in the 10K challenge, right? So the goal is not to tell us that you've done the 10K challenge or that you've done whatever the 10K challenge is. The goal is the journey, right? The goal is to complete this journey together and do it with the community. That way you can hold yourself accountable, because a lot of times what happens is if you're not holding yourself accountable, you can start to get off of that, right? Yeah, if 1% in 2 months, basically a little bit over 2 months, you'll double your money, right? Exactly. And that's the thing. And that's if you guys remember what I was talking about, where you're trying to get that, I mean, it's the same math with 1,000, but if you're, where's this doc? Sorry, I came in late. It's in the TPO Bootcamp Discord. Let's see here. And copy the link for it. Here it is. And so, it's not, you're not looking to, hit home runs. You're just looking to get on base, right? And this is something that we've talked about, get on base every single day. And that's it. And then eventually, you keep getting on base, and eventually you score, right? You start getting those ERAs. And then every once in a while, when you swing for a single, it hits the bat just right and you hit a homer, right? Or you hit a double, or you hit a triple. It's that's how it goes. But the whole point of this is to go on this journey. And then once you're in these trades, right, as you start to go on, you start to learn, what's going to happen is you're going to get on first, and then you're going to learn how to steal second, right? And maybe you'll learn how to steal third as well, right? Third base is a hard base to steal, but sometimes we do it. Yeah, that's an insane return. Exactly. Yeah, and definitely, everyone jump over to Chappie's YouTube and subscribe for sure. he put in a good amount of work, right? Um, and it shows, right? When you read that document, it definitely shows. So thanks. Mucho gracias. Here we go. Trying to fill some singles over here, guys. Sorry about that. I've got like a little head cold or something. I don't know what the deal is. Here we go, Bitcoin. Let's go. What's oil doing? Oil's coming down today, huh? Nice little battle right here on oil. COVID? No, I got the vaccine, bro. Can't get it. Sorry. It's definitely not COVID, though. Heavy selling around 32.8. Go charting. What are you doing? RBF. I do have pretty bad RBF. Maybe that's what it is. All right, Odin. We'll see you later. Chirp, you've been striking out the last couple days. Let's see. Just got striking out the last couple of days, but you're bound and determined to get ready and better at it. Got some good paper trades though. Yeah, and that's the best way is start off. If you can, the mini ES is ripping up. Yeah, it is. Yes, it is. Yeah, it came down. But I mean, it's just back at the open now, but it came back down. Tried to close on those singles and couldn't. Put in a lot of volume down there too above those singles. So we'll see if it pops up. But if you can hold some paper trades and understand that that's part of the process, then that can help you in your journey going forward. Yeah, we see this selling right here. See if we can get above it, get back to here, more buyers come in. Try to attack those highs. And then we've got see what level this is. Around 950. We get up above this 950, there's some more stops that we can start smacking up there. You didn't think guys could have resting RBF? Maybe it's RDF then for dudes. But you know what's funny is like, there we go. See some more buyers come in. Come on. Sometimes, like I say, you gotta egg it on. You can be like, come on, girl, let's go. Talk to like you're talking to your dog. Come on. Back down. Those sellers are at least we didn't get any initiative buying right there. Spinning, yep. Exactly. We'll see if these sellers try to pour in more, and if we get some absorption here from buyers, and buyers just kind of hold it up. Nice. Am I stopping a profit? Nice. That's what I like to see. Oil selling off, guys. Yeah, defending that 328 pretty well. Yeah. We're getting a decent amount of selling, all just kind of sitting on that one level. and we are getting some buying support, right? We still have, you know, this level down here where these guys got trapped. So, you know, this person's stop is here. So if it gets up above here, right, and you have this selling right here, and their stop is probably up here as well. You get above that level, you know, we can really start moving. Let's see how these buyers try on this next bar. Oh, come on. I'm gonna get back ticked. There we go. Covered in profit, not bad. Bad at all. Here we go, come on. Right now we're kind of looking at like a poor high situation. If we go to here, you see, I mean, it's about 3 ticks, but it's I would say this is looking like a poor high situation just because we're up here and we're not pushing through, right? We need to break this top, and I mean, it looks like it wants to me, but you know, we never be certain, but definitely looks like it wants to. See how these sellers react. See, all that selling came in. Look at, there's some more selling. Check out ETH. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, ETH is just, and this is something, when you see something like this, right? This thing is one time framing up, right? And it's leaving single prints in each zone, right? So if you're trying to short this thing, right? You know, you're just begging to get your account wrecked in this case, right? You're trying to call the top, right? And that's not what we're here for. We're not here to call tops. We're here to just trade the chart that's in front of us, right? And if you're trying to call a top, you know, that can get you in some serious trouble. Let's see if we're gonna break these lows again. Back down to the B open we go. Come on, you can do it. Yeah, Bitcoin wants to catch up to ETH. It does look like that. There we go. Put my red dot said the top. Yeah, you gave yourself one of these, huh? Good. All right. A little bit of break on Bitcoin. Go back real quick. Going to crank, yeah, it does. ETH does look like it's ready to move. But if we can break this top right here, you see all these stops that are in here? Look at this. And then above this top, right? We start getting going. There we go, there we go. Come on. It wants to go. Here, I know what we need to do. Elon, wake up, buddy. I wonder if he gets service from the spaceship. No, no answer, huh? I'll send him a text, guys, and be like, yo, I need you guys to, you need to pump this, got a bunch of people waiting on this pump, and we're trying to hit some take profits, so you can hook it up. Let's do it. Some motivational music. Is this motivational, or is this just chill? We need motivational music. Let's see what we got. Um, ETH is buying strong. Yeah, let's try this. Let's try this. Let's see what we got here. CHR is doing well for some reason. Maybe there's some more motivational. The beat will pick up. Here we go. You guys can hear it now, right? No, we're gonna go. What's going on here? Let's do this. We're on the struggle bus here with Go charts today for some reason. We are getting some buyers up here. But just some nice little chill motivation, you know? All right, let's see what else we got going. Let's see what else. Let me let me ask Josh if we can play his music on the channel. And you guys can we can play some of his music. I don't know if it is copyrighted. Yeah, we're just kind of stalling. Right. There we go. It's working now. I don't know why it's going so slow. For some reason, Go chart seems like to be lagging today. Maybe they're doing updates or something. There's a ton of music bot for Discord. Yeah, I've seen some of it. See if this one. I'll put the music on, guys, and Let me know what you guys think. Hard time changing from EXO to Go charting because the session split, not being able to. Oh yeah, well that's in the that's actually in the works. So, you know, that's actually something that they're in the works with. So that's something that we have to look forward to going ahead. Here we go. It looks ready to go, guys. Here's what I'll do is let me give a personal phone call to Elon. I'll be right back. Give me about 5 minutes or maybe less, and I'll be right back. Oh, looks like you got my text, huh? Here we go. All right, I'll be right back, guys.
Take me out of my place, but I stay in my zone. Look me right in my face, she can see through my soul. I said don't think about it. I said don't think about it. She take me out of my place, but I stay in my zone. Look me right in my face, she can see through my soul. I said don't think about it. I said don't think about it. Your reflection in my wine glass. That's when I look away. Can't stand and think about losing your fine ass. How the fuck I let you slip away? Life for the party, but I'm dead inside. Kill my vibes, it was genocide. Hard to act like I've been alive. I'm trying to find where I identify. One time for the girl that got away. 2 times for the bub I'm about to spray. 3 times for the power that I pray to. Are you up there? Can you hear me? I know I fucked up. It's clear, see, I'm 22, but I don't act like it clearly. And all this shit is a mirage. I'm just rapping for a cause. The life, the fame, the life's the game. We break the laws, don't like to change. Wanna win you back, but I hate to lose. I know that you're the one, but it's hard to choose. Too much whiskey in my red cup. Remember first day you wouldn't give it up. We had only scratched the surface, but I knew that you were worth it. Yeah, so I was patient. I bragged to my niggas, Joe Namath. I'm still with the niggas that I came with. But everything changed once some fame hit. Make it up, take you down. Have a shot, I bought a round. Play my songs, you like the sound. It's going down, it's going down. Let's drink coffee, watch passerbys, and prove to you I'm not the average guy. It's just my flaws that they magnify, and when it's real, you don't have to try.
Alright, I'm back. What's the prognosis on the music? Good or bad? Good. Cool. Want to make sure I'm not playing anything everyone doesn't like. He didn't answer, so you know, but we'll see. Cool. Thank you guys. I can put the link in right here. It says non-copyrighted, so we should be good. There's the link right there. ES is kind of just chilling. You've got a lot of things on the high tick and a lot of things kind of on the low tick. Looks like the Dow is kind of just chilling beneath the VWAP, and the Nasdaq is above the VWAP. So trying to pull back into the structure.
Did you really think I'm bad at it? Say she wanna leave, but it's way too crowded. But I'll vibe with you, I'm playing games, I ain't trying to lose. And if I take you back, I'ma kiss your neck. I could be your now, I could be your next. I could be the one to relieve your stress. When we talk about sex, she unzip that dress. Bless, maybe one day I could take it. Give it to me, cause I'm tired of waiting. I'm like the latest, #1 play on your playlist. Don't trip if these other girls play it. And I don't like to fight, you're the type that I'd like to wife. Guy feeling like life is nice. At the movies eating Mike and Ikes. And if the price is right, then I guess I'm bout it. See, I don't know you at all, but I'm bout it. If you bout it, don't give a fuck if you're involved, cause I'm bout it. If you bout it, don't act like you are doing.
Prefer no words. We can see what we got going.
Champagne for breakfast. First things first, never put you second, girl. Don't be stressing. I forgot to mention I'm bad about it. Don't be offended. I fucks with you cause you're down to earth.
It's chilling at the IHOP. Yep. That sounds good, actually.
But that shit is cool, right? And if you like, you can stay for the night. Don't stay for the love, don't stay for the life. Know my name, then say it to me twice. Let me hear that shit, let me see that shit. You could be the one if you wanted to. Or you got games, you could keep that shit. Girl, come and let me know what you wanna do. Be who you wanna be. Do what you
For ESCL, do you short on the test of the previous day high? Is this the one play? So I can pull up, let me pull it over. We can look at, show you the trades that I made today.
Give a fuck if you're involved, cause I'm bout it. If you bout it, don't act like you are doing a favor. But honestly, I swear you're my savior, girl. And I don't know if I'll see you later. So I'm bout it.
Let me zoom this in a bit. You can see I shorted 2 contracts here on oil, and I covered one here, my first target, and then I had put the other one just 1 tick below my break even, and then, you know, price ended up coming up and snagging me. That was on the CL, that was on oil. And then on the ES, you can see I shorted 3 contracts up here at the top, covered 2, shorted again here, shorted again here, and then covered 1 for a gain, and then covered 1 for 1 tick. So those are the Oh, you're talking about are you talking about right here, chappies? Just don't get too short, yeah. You know, I was on a cruise one time for New Year's, and we had live music on the boat, and then all of a sudden Too Short came on stage and started doing his thing. It was pretty badass, honestly. It's probably one of like the cooler things I've got to see. I'm hoping the club that we're gonna go to when we're in Vegas, 50 performs there a lot, you know, so if he were to perform there when we're there, you know, I'd probably shit a brick, you know, be fucking pumped. Yeah, 1% consistently. I mean, if you can take $1,000 and turn it into $1 million in 3 years, that's the goal, right? The goal is just consistency. That's it. Shorty's a pimp. Yeah, he got banned from Oakland though, so kind of switched this thing. Yeah, I would love to see 50 ball on trip, especially if like Young Buck was there, or I don't really care about 28, but 1 million trades and looking for a 1% return on that would be dope. Would you make a trade? Would you make the trade you make with 1K but then with 100K? Yeah, Jens, because then, you know, that's what you're looking at as far as, you know, you're looking at the percentages, right? That's why I tell people not to focus on the amount of money that they make every single day, but look at the percent of return. That's the real goal, right? The goal, if you start looking at it in dollars and cents, that's going to mess with your psychology. But the goal is to look at it in percentages. That's why a lot of people get wiped out when it comes to options, because in options, what happens is they buy these options and then they, here, let me change the music real quick. Check this beat out. When they get focused on these dollars and cents instead of percentage, right? So if you have a smaller account and you buy an option, let's say for $100, and then it goes to $130, so you're making $30, people really are just kind of like, you know, that's not enough. I want to make $500, or I want to make $1,000, or I want to make $10,000. So instead of taking that 30% gain that they would be getting off the $100 that they got, they let it ride, and then eventually it goes down, it goes to zero, or you know, goes less than their entry, and so then they keep holding on to it, and you know, that's how it really gets messing with their psychology. So that's you know, that's the goal, is to not have that happen. Exactly what Chappie's just saying. Like, that's the thing. Let's make this promise then. 1 or 2, 3 years, we'll $2 million trades. Well, the key will be on your ability to you know, understand your psychology and manage those trades in the correct way. Here we go. We're about to eat some down into some singles. Eric Smith still in here? Yeah, he is. Here we go. See if we can eat into some of these singles more. There we go. Big bid sitting at 72.75. ETH looking to fill some singles to the downside as well, kind of following the lead of the ES. Bids moving away. What do you guys think about these beats? Took 3 points on the MES short. Good shit, Eric. Good shit. $50 a day. 10x leverage, 5,000. 1% of 5,000 is 50. Yep. Listen, I just prefer water and some protein bars. So we're forming a little structure up here. It looks pretty good. The MES, nice. Hell yeah, good shit. The previous song was better. The one with the words. Just more chill to talk over. We could listen. So the ones that I played you guys yesterday, the one that I listened to a lot is this one. I'll skip the ad for you guys. Oh, this is not it. This is not it. Okay, let me find it. Let me find it. Put this one back on for now. I'll find it. Go history. What do you think about ABT 1950 retest? Let me see. Oh, I don't know what's going on now. Here we go. This is like what I jam to, like when I'm just chilling, like setting up my trading plans and stuff like this. You said, what do I think about, where's it at? E3 test of 1950. Oh, way down here, huh? That would be, I mean, that would be the top of the structure play, but you know, I would assume that, you know, you're gonna meet some resistance here at the low of these singles. 1950 is kind of the low of those singles there, and you know, we kind of have some structure, previous structure here, previous structure here, so that would be a tough grind down, I think. Do singles show up on Go Charting? Yeah, they do. So if we go back to Go Charting, on some single prints. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I'm gonna have to, this is a little bit frozen right now. Let's refresh it. There we go. Look for it to fill these singles on the ES. Alright guys, I gotta manage this real quick. Alright. If we go here and open this up, and we'll put all of them on. And see this gray up here? You can see it well. You see how this is like a little bit darker gray, and you can change the color to whatever color you want. But yeah, Go Charts is lagging for me a bit right now. But this is going to show us our singles right here. That's how it's going to show the singles. So looks like we're getting ready to go though. So zoom in. Go. See if it's gonna break this point right here. Yeah, I'm liking Go Charting as well. 2 seconds, guys. That gray area is the point of control. This one right here. This is that point of control. For the volume point of control. Uncle who? What do you mean decentralized? The music is chill, thanks. The purple area is the value area. Value area high, value area low, value area high, value area low. I just have all the bars expanded right now. EXO or Go Charting for the bootcamp? Either or, it's just whatever you're comfortable with, right? I'm using both right now. But it's just all about whatever you're comfortable with, honestly. Let's see here. Sorry guys, I'm struggling today. Let's see. Yeah, the purple area is the point of control. I'm sorry. I was listening to you earlier when you recommended a YouTube channel. I actually thought it was live. Oh yeah, the YouTube channel that I was talking about was the trading fraternity. If you just YouTube stock market live, then it will show it. To condense the current candles, yeah. You click over here, little arrow right here, and then make sure you click on the right panel so the layers open up. And then when you want to split it, you can split the last profile, so that way this one will just show the profile, or you can have it all on profile. Right, so it just tells you this. Yeah, me too, Alex. If they just had like a right click or something like that, that'd be dope. Crypto Hustle, what's up, man? What's the red dotted line is the point of control based off of like as you're expanding it, you know what I mean? So like as you go more and more, the volume profile changes over there, and that's showing you the point of control based off the everything that's showing on the chart, basically. Yeah, decentralized. Yeah. And if you Google or if you YouTube Uncle Answers, they'll have some of his music on there. I'm sure you'll be able to find it. Been busy AF. Nice. Yeah, well, at least that's smart. You know, if you're too busy to trade, take some time off, focus on what you got to do, and then when you come back, refocus and jump back on it. And if you missed out, we are starting this 1K to 10K challenge. So hop over to Chappie's Crypto, his channel on YouTube, and watch his video, watch the most recent video that'll show it, and then also hop over to the Discord, and the PDF is in there as well. Oh, looks like somebody woke up today. We got our one dislike. What's the internet struggling today, huh? No, you cannot. I've tried. For some reason, it doesn't stay. Let's see, actually. I think I did this one here. Let's load this one. I think this one actually had it fixed. No, it doesn't. It just does it automatically. I don't know why it does that. Eesh, that's a shame. Yeah, I mean they are trying to get some fixes out for sure. So, you know, be ready for that because they are doing what they can. They've been working with the community to try to get some good changes coming out based off of our recommendations, right? So am I able to trade any crypto on Ninja? You'd have to check with your broker, right? Jake, depends on your broker. I know you'd have to download some add-ons or maybe pay for some add-ons to get the connections for it, to get the data, basically. Because your standard cryptos that are coming with Ninja, the standard data is like BCH, BTC, ETH, and LTC. Those are like the standard ones that are coming with it. FXCM, I believe the broker will be. Yeah, I would just reach out to them and see what they're gonna give you. Yeah, we act at this area up here. You guys remember, for those of you that were in the boot camp yesterday, right? We drew this red zone that you see on the chart together as a resistance zone, and we were talking about if we can break it, we should catch a nice run up. So I ended up doing okay. Let's just buy out Go Charting and rebrand it to Japanese charts. Yeah, we might need some help though. We need some coders because this shit is not easy. Yeah, Jens is a coder. Yeah, that's right. Long and short. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, Jake, just check out those add-ons. There's I think if you want to trade like certain things, you just need the one add-on. So unless you want to start trading like Forex and all that shit. Do you have examples of ES trades, what to look out for, etc.? So it's the same, right? It's just the TPO, right? Once you start to understand that TPO Mayfire, you just you'll know it, you know what I mean? You just trade it the same, right? You trade the same that every way. It's just you've got to look at the current volatility that's going on with inside the chart, and then, you know, understand that, you know, like if you're going to get a huge move on you know, if there's a huge move on Bitcoin, which normally moves thousands of points, right? But on ETH, you can't be expecting thousands of point moves, maybe like, you know, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 point moves, 100 point moves. Yeah, Jens, we are, but I just, I don't know. It's just, I don't want to put out something that's shitty. You know what I mean? And I've, kind of enlisted one of my uncles to help because that's what he does for a living. He's a coder. And he's been coding for, you know, 25 years, and he is helping out with it. So hopefully we get a little bit more progress with him going on it, because he's definitely way more skilled than myself, that's for sure. It's a good guy from Australia to So now that we're forming some structure up here, guys, this is you know, so we're forming a little bit of structure up here. If we break this structure and come down, we want to look for support in this area, right? Where the previous resistance was at. See, we had this little interchange, came down, had this spill, got some support, came back up, resistance, came back up. And so that's where I'm going to be paying attention to. If it comes down, if it gets support here, that might be a decent spot to try it again. And Powell comes on in an hour as well, so yeah, and Jingles, yep, yeah, Jingles. Yeah, so Powell comes on in an hour too, so the market could be kind of just hanging out until Powell comes on, and then make its decision based off of what he says. The Nasdaq's coming down a little bit right now. The Dow's just on the low. The Nasdaq is up. So here's a little cheat sheet right here. So we see that the Dow's still positive, the ES is still positive, but Nasdaq is up big. But the Russell, these are the small cap stocks, are down quite a bit. So, and the ES has, you know, 500,000 volume. Pretty weak volume on the ES today. And for those of you guys that have Ninja Trader, if you guys want some of these templates or something, let me know. Send them to you. Bitbeard, what's up? I'm gonna falling asleep to this one. There we go. That one dislike went away, did it? Maybe we get some, you know, maybe they started to like what they heard and decided to change it. Or maybe someone just wanted to hear me say classic. You're just preferring the Asia session only on EXO? I have it all combined, Andes. I'm looking at the whole thing. The Asia session is easy for me to trade though, because it's just 5 in the afternoon. So it's harder for me to trade the London session because it's in the middle of the night for me. So I'm still on it despite the ban. The Clock Watcher today actually it shot up based off of what he put out. But yeah, it seems like once he's about to start talking, the market will shoot up, and then once he starts talking, yeah, it fucking just crashes. Jumbo, you just got the shivers. Classic. When you look at the ES, do you split the sessions at all? Yeah, I split it into Globex. Here, I'll show you what my session split looks like. Where's it at? These are the hours that I have it split up into. This is how I have it set up. If you want to hit a screenshot real quick. The dislike has returned. Yeah, it's all right. Maybe it's a new dislike. It's all right. You know, maybe they're not into 1% returns and they only want to drive Lambos. They don't want to make $1 million in 3 years. They want to make $1 million today. So. Yep. For sure. Yeah, that way you can see where overnight inventory is at. And I have everything on East Coast time too, even though I'm not on the East Coast. Oh, here we go. Come on. So watch how this acts when it comes down to this 73 quarter. Comes down to this 73 quarter and catches a bid, then it could start testing that C high. But if not, look, you know, we are one time framing down too, so. Here we go. Pretty deep right here, guys. ETH is failing that upside again, huh? Here we go. Prepare your ears. Oh, maybe not. Right to that 73.50 and didn't go. So it caught that bid. People front ran that C open right there and popped it up. Oh yeah, I can put the interest rate on. I just don't know how interested you guys are in watching this. You know what I mean? So we had it pop down to the C open. People front ran that C open, and then it came up, right? See this volume coming up here. People getting filled here. There's a battle right here. I just want to get down to 73.50. That's where my first take profits at. Here we go. Prepare those ears. Well, now we got 2 dislikes. There we go. There we go. That's classic, right? That's our 2 people. There we go. There we go. Into my piggy bank. Put our 2 charts nice next to the price action. This is a DOM, like an order flow. So basically it shows resting orders, and this is just a volume profile, just displayed differently. What is it? I have to get out of this one. Looks like it's running out of steam. There we go. What? No. They're jealous of your piggy bank. I shorted the ES on the way up. That was a built position. Let's see here. The data series at. You can see the markers. It's kind of hard to see if we zoom it in. Zoom it out. So you can see I shorted originally here, expecting us to fill these singles, right? Had to close it for a loss here. Shorted 2 here, shorted 2 more here, and then closed them there. So it was, I guess we're zoomed out pretty far. So shorted here, took the loss, shorted 2 here, added 2 more here, added 1 more here, and then closed here, 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 and here. So the top of my short was this 33.76, and then I added 2 more, right? So I added here expecting it to drop, it didn't. Added my full size here. Normally I'm shorting with around like 4 to 6 contracts on the ES, depending upon how it's moving. Like today it's moving pretty slow, so using 6 contracts is not too big of a deal. But if on a high volatility day, you know, I'm not trying to jump up more than 2. Can you get a heat map on Go charting? Not necessary. This thing right here is just because it's this tool is just one tool. If I could get rid of this, I would. I don't use it. This is James likes this a lot, but I like this volume profile. Yeah, so my last short was here, 30.75, and then it came down. So when it came down, it almost filled me. I had my take profit on 73.50, and it came right down to me, didn't fill me, came back up. So I added 2 more right there, and then it came back down, and then closed them over here, and then closed the rest over here. Yeah, Bitcoin might just be chilling until we get to that. Oh, it wants to break the lows, it looks like. What's oil doing too? Oil's chilling. See if ES try to fill those singles. Right now on the ES we have a poor low too, so let me pull it back over. Let me get rid of this fucking triangles on here. The fuck? There we go. So if we turn this back into a profile, right? This is that poor low looks like, right? Here's that poor low. So we see we're one time framing down A, B, C, D, and we're putting in that poor low. So you want to see if that poor low is going to get repaired. And we see where all the volume is at. We see some volume come in at the bottom, which was a little bit of a battle here, right? As you see this volume come in here, and all of a sudden price just stopped. So there's probably a decent sized buyer sitting here, absorbing all this, right? So we're to see if there's size selling in the market, right? We can fill these singles, and these singles are right down to here where we had that thin spot. That's the rest of that liquidation spot. back into this volume area. So if we were to try to hit a short here, we could look for it to press down into here. That last trade put me over my daily goal though, so I'm going to be pretty cautious from here on out. How do you incorporate footprint charts to your trading? I don't really use them, to be honest with you, Fraser. James uses them, but I can pull the footprint. I have one open. I just don't really look at it very much. I can pull it down though. You guys can see what it looks like. So I have it on, this one's on a point figure. Let me make it bigger. And so the footprint chart is basically just telling you, you know, where sellers and buyers are coming in. For me, it just is a little bit too noisy. If you look on it on a 30-minute chart, it's not too bad. But I know a lot of traders that use the footprint chart and they really like it. And I've tried it. It's just not my thing. You know what I mean? It's an extra tool, and I do like to peek at it every once in a while. That's why I have it up. But you know, most of the time I'm just looking at my TPO and my volume profiles. Eduardo Sanchez, what's up, man? Here we go. There's the breakdown. So as we're seeing, right, they're seeing some the buyers down here. So this green is a buy imbalance. Oh, hang on. The Dow's about to go red. See if we're gonna get back down to this volume area. Let me put some orders in. So we're seeing these sell imbalances come in, right? And it's the same idea. We saw it get erased, and we saw it come back up here. More selling came in. What they're looking to do is looking to get above this point of control, back to where this previous buying was at. This was a green bar, right? And push this thing up. And then sellers are looking to get below. You see that there's 125 sellers at the low, and no buying, right? So this could show us that some of these sellers might be trapped, right? That's a pretty high number to have at the bottom. But typically when you have this size selling down here, they're going to want to push back down, right? And it does look like, you know, we see all this selling off of the open, and we had this huge rip up right before the open. So what I imagine is people are trying to basically take their profits and sell for as much as they can before Powell gets on TV and just shits the bed for the market. Singles filled on the ES, yep. Yeah, Andes. I like to keep it simple because what happens is people start adding all the cool tools to their charts, right? Like people think this chart is really cool looking, and they'll start adding this, but without actually understanding it and without actually understanding what's going on right here. You know, they're just thinking that they know, right? And then they'll look at this and they'll see like, oh, look at this huge negative delta, and you know, that means we're going to go down, but you know, maybe all of a sudden we can go up. You know, it's just not until you get comfortable with the TPO, then you start adding all of these other tools to your repertoire, and then you can start nailing it. Yeah, for sure, Fraser, bro. Looks like we're starting to climb back up a little bit here too on Bitcoin. How we doing on the music? You guys liking this? Nice. And look what we're doing right here on the ES, guys, or on the on Bitcoin. Oh yeah, there's massive difference.
Farewell, sweet cookie cats. I'll always remember the time we spent together.
It's alright. Here we go. Catching a little bid. Let's see if we can finally take off. One time frame exactly, or one time frame in.
Hush now.
You vomited a little bit. That's funny.
For scaring those things away.
Getting a little bit slow for me. Might fall asleep. See these sellers come back down. And this is what I'm saying. So we have our zone down here, right, that we drew yesterday in class. And if we start breaking these lows, right, this is where we'll look for a bounce. And if we start breaking these lows, there's going to be some stops down here, right? We're seeing some buying coming in, but we're not making it any higher. So what we need to see happen is we need to see somebody, make take some control. But we don't want to short on a one-time framing market up, right? That's just a recipe for disaster. That's how you can get caught in a bad trade, and then you get wrecked. And we're seeing selling coming in here. Here, I gotta change the music, guys. I'm gonna go back to the start. There we go. Not paying attention to the overall trend. Yeah, that can be a big thing, right? It can really put you on a bias, right? That's one thing that James struggles with too. That's why he doesn't, when the market's trending up, he just doesn't even trade, because he knows he's going to have a negative bias, and that's what can get you in trouble. Would you say this is a long profit taking exhaustion? I would just say this is like a kind of like an absorption. It seems to me like, you know, I don't know for sure, but what it seems like sellers are coming in at this area. They came in down here, market still moved up. Let me make the pen a little bit bigger. You know, right, so they came in here trying to sell, originally came in here, tried to sell, we ripped up. They just tried to sell here 3 times, didn't work. Now they're up here trying to sell again, and they're still not breaking any lows, right? So there might be a big buyer in the market who's just slowly moving up and eating all this shit, right? This is like our mega Pac-Man, right? Maybe Elon doesn't have good service and he got my text, but he's trying to do what he can, but he can only send so many orders through at a time, you know, because his service is shitty in space, you know. Who knows? All right, decentralized, we'll see you in class. Right, you'll know that there's supply in the market, actual selling, when we start breaking some of these lows, right? That's why I was saying, like, if you were to short here, the chances of price coming down to right here and then ripping up on you are pretty decent, because we're not really breaking, we haven't really broke any lows, right? So if you know, it'd be a tough tough way to go. Russell's getting smacked hard today for sure. Let's see here. Where did this fill at? 73.25. Here we go. I shorted the 73.25 on the ES right here. Just looking to get 1 point. A little back pull. There we go. See, little scalps like that, you know, sometimes you just gotta go for them. Yeah, for sure, Jake. Oh, the classic toilet pattern. Oh. I need like some seltzer water. That's what the English do, right? When they're not feeling well. Which is further away than space. South Texas. Total struggle with that. My bias is towards a reversal, always thinking that it's going to go the other way. Yeah, and that just comes with time, just watching the charts, right? When I first started trading, I was the same way. I was like, oh, it's gone up, it's got to come down, right? It's like the law of gravity, right? And you know, sometimes the market just doesn't work like that, and that's something that you learn to build through time, where you just don't fight the trend, right? Just, you know, just trade with the trend, right? Don't buy it, right? And so right now, the reason I keep shorting the ES, if we're looking at it, here, I'll pull it over, is because we are one time framing down, right? Even though the ES went up overnight, A high, B high, C high, D high. So the reason I keep shorting is because we're one time framing down. So there's no reason to be buying this market. I mean, you can buy it for a fade trade, expecting it to trade back up into volume, but I just wait till it comes back into volume and then short it, right? That's an easier go. So, right, it's easier to trade with the trend than against the trend, in my opinion. It's totally It's toying with changing MS if it can hold above 32860. Yeah, if it breaks, oh shit. Where's this at? Right there. Can I control Z on this chart? Yeah, it was right there. Okay, nice. If it breaks, this is what I'm looking at. How do you get it to show what happened last night but still split the session? Are you talking, Young Cryptic? You're talking on the ES? So let's see. Split them all. See, this is so if we get above, you know, if we trade above this level, we have stops right here at this red line, and this is going to be the low of structure, and then this is going to be the high of structure. So if we start to get into this area and start to really catch a bid, we can start really moving on. Young Cryptic, you're talking about on the ES? Oh, look at this thing just coming down nice. Coming back down into the structure. Move my stop down to 71. Actually, I'll move it to 71.25. And I have my take profit down now at the top of previous structure, which is at 64. Guess we can cancel this, not come back up. That would be under the hours. So where's the trading hours at? You drag it over. So if we're looking at the trading hours, this is the trading hours that I have it on. So if you just screenshot that and then type it in, it's a bit tedious to type all this shit in, but it'll split the cash session from the Globex like the real way, not like any of these presets that are in here. Move my stop down to 70, 43.70. If it comes back up and I get back ticked, you know, chill down there. Looks like we're putting in some volume right here, previous structure. So see if we can break it and keep running. This is how you manage a runner right here. I guess we can just show this because it's not doing anything. So we see that we're coming back down into this structure, right? We have this structure over here. We're seeing a little bit of volume come in right here. So this would be a spot that, you know, possibly, what time is it? We got about 3 minutes till this next bar opens. There's a little slip. There's some responsive buying, right? Bounced off that low, and then some initiative selling. We got to run these stops right here. Right, so we could have added right there, which is what I was talking about, on this spot right here, and try to run these stops here. So you would add, that would move your average down to about right here. You would take profit, and then that would move your average back up. There's that stop run. Let's hit it. And now we're coming back to it. So now we want to, so when we saw the volume yesterday that it was right there, so it didn't hold that support. And so where I'm trying to take profit is at the top of this structure down here, right here. That's where I expect us to find a bit of support, maybe a little bit higher, like right there. Ooh. Ah. Oh, that was close. That was close. So this is yesterday's value area high. And this is just kind of how you manage the runner, right? You don't want to give too much back, but you don't want to, you want to let it go if it goes. Here we go. Oh. We're just slipping hard right here. You never know when it's going to reverse. That's why you got to trail these runners tight. Fight like a tiger, right? Austin Powers. I know my English accent's shit, but at least that's what my wife tells me. She says my English accent is the worst. I'm only good at an Asian accent, but that's inconsiderate. So, but it's only because I was in Asia for a while. So, see, so there's that thing. This is where I wanted to take profit. I should just take profit here. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna, just in case we get a bounce. I don't want to give back too much. And if we go more, we go more. Whatever. Let's see, E period open up. Got singles above. Almost there. I mean, eight and a quarter points. Not too bad. Let's see how much it eats into these singles. Looks like we're gonna get back ticked. Maybe not.
Stop filled.
Yeah. So. No, that's it, right? And so this is a key case, guys, right here. So it might not seem like much, but price came down to my profit target, which was 63.25, right? And that's where I wanted to take profit, but I didn't follow my trade plan. I moved it down, got a little greedy, right? And then ended up getting out here, which is 65. So that's a point and a quarter more, right? That's $65, right? So I gave the market back $65 because I was being greedy, you know? So, you know, it happens. It happens all the time. I'm trying for me, the issue is actually testing the edge, right? Actually, you know, letting my runners run. I like to take profit right away. That time, you know, just happened to be a little bit easier. And I'm on stream as well, so I tend to be a little bit looser with my trades because I'm trying to look at a couple of things at a time. You know, but that's a key sense in you know, giving back money, right? That's a tank of gas right there in California. If that depends what you drive. You drive a truck, you're fucked. It's like $150 for a tank of gas. So there's an actual break of that low, with the previous low. But let's see if we start to actually break these lows. The 80% rule. What about it? You're talking about the 80% rule based off the open, right? I tend not to get into those. Just because just like initial balance and stuff like that, I tend not to get into those either, because I feel like if I do, I start getting a little bit biased, and then it just kind of fucks me up. I think it was Clockwatcher that was saying that they're gonna pass the weed law today, or they're gonna vote on it at least. Yeah, jumping back and forth does add to stress levels, that's for sure. I think it does apply today, Eric. Yeah, but I just tend to not really pay attention to it. Kleptocrats will have to $40 a gallon. Feels soon enough. You know, so actually, Byron, I don't know if you remember, oil went negative for a little bit back in April in 2020, and during that time, James and I both took out a fairly large position on oil long. And so if it goes to $40 a gallon, as long as it goes to $40 a gallon by March 2022, I'll be extremely happy. And see, so this is what I was talking about, guys. So this is, if we're looking here, like I was saying, so this is why I wouldn't want to short here, because it could come down right to the low of these bars and then kind of pop back up. Now you're trapped, right? And this is a classic move that happens. And so what would be nice is if we hit that through ball. Those of you guys that remember the through ball play from the boot camp, right? So maybe we chill right here, pals on in 25 minutes. So when this next bar opens up, right, we broke that low, this bar will just chill in this area right here. Next bar will open up, and then boom, get this nice pass, and we'll finally crack these tops. That's what I'm looking for, at least. And if it doesn't, right, then we'll just be, waiting for our pullback down into our area at 32,612. How come it doesn't show it on both? That's what we need to do. We need to get this thing to show on both. So if you draw something on this side, it should just show up on this side automatically. There's a setting for that in NinjaTrader too, like you show globally drawn objects. Highly recommend that movie. Not the best production in the second or third chapters, but great message. Yeah, I'll definitely check that out. At Last Shrugged. But it's been about a little bit over 2 hours actually. I think we are going to call it. Gotta get my son some breakfast and give him his medication, and then get ready for the boot camp. So I gotta rest my voice a little bit. As you guys can tell, I'm probably sound a little bit hoarse. So yeah, but I appreciate all you guys. Love you guys. Thank you guys for all showing up, showing the love, and I will catch you guys in the Discord. Oh, Mayfire, he's talking about he's addressing the house. I think he's speaking in front of the house, and they're gonna ask him about not called stimulus, but whatever they call it, basically stimulus. So thank you guys. Thank you so much. You guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you guys in the class.